Hello and welcome back to All New Beauty. Today's video is going to be my 2014 beauty favourites. Now it is mostly makeup, but I have a few skincare items I wanted to share as well. These have been items that I have reached for again and again and have absolutely fallen in love with, so I'm going to share with you my favourites from the year. I'm going to start with bases. So first up, I have two foundations. It's the Dior Skin Nude Foundation in 010, and I've had this for a while. I initially tried this out for my wedding foundation. Oh, it's a bit grubby, and I fell in love with the sample. I didn't use it for my wedding in the end, but I did end up purchasing it to wear on an almost daily basis during the summer. Really enjoyed this. Lovely light coverage. I have done a review on it. I will link that down below. Anything I've mentioned that I've done a review of, you can check out the links down below. I will have everything there. Really enjoy this. Would definitely recommend checking it out. I have absolutely loved this foundation and I will undoubtedly repurchase in the future. The second foundation is the number 7 Beautifully Matte. You can see I've used up about half of this, you know, for all whack. I'm in the shade Calico. I think that's how you say it anyway. This is a really good full coverage foundation. Again, I used this more in the summer when I was slightly darker. This was a better colour match. It is a wee touch too yellow for me at the minute because I'm obviously a bit fair and everything else, but this is really good. If you're looking for a good full coverage matte foundation, this is really good and it's not overly expensive, and I think I will definitely repurchase again in the future when I use this up. For concealer, there has been one that has absolutely stood out, and it's the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Chantilly, or Light 1. Absolutely love this foundation for under my eyes. You don't need very much, it just brightens everything up, and I've been mixing it with my MAC Pro Longwear. I've mentioned that before, and together they're a really good colour match and they give really good coverage for spots. I have serious spots at the minute. I did a Glam Glow mask last night. If you can't guess already, I'm a wee bit unwell. I've got some sort of coldy flu-y thing, but I'll be fine. But it's just my skin is not happy because of it, so I have really needed this and the MAC Pro Longwear. But this has been a really good concealer. I would definitely consider getting a shade darker for my spots in future when I've run out of the MAC Pro Longwear, because it's such a good concealer. It just does a really good job of concealing blemishes and great for under eyes. Not too much creasing either, so that's a winner. Now on to eyes. Well, no, actually that's a lie. Face products, while we're on the face area. The contour of the year for me has been NYX Blush in Taupe. This has been such a fantastic contour. I've used it today. I haven't worn any of those foundations today because I've gone a bit more full coverage with my foundation. I'll bring out one light one that matches, but this I have worn today and I really like this a lot. It's really good for us fair skinned girls. I can now see what the fuss is all about, and I just use this in an angled blush brush or something to that effect, or a contour brush, and it does a really nice job of just adding a wee bit of contour. I don't like too much contour, so this is nice for a subtle contour. And for all over the face, I've used this today. I have talked about this a lot. It is the Ambient Lighting Powder in Ethereal Light, and this is from Hourglass. Such a beautiful finely milled powder that just adds such a nice radiance. This has been such a good investment. I've said such so many times there, but it's such a good investment, and I wear it every single day practically. There are only a handful of days I don't wear it, and it feels a bit odd when I don't wear it, so really love this. Absolutely cannot recommend it enough. This is the one that made it from last year as well. This was in last year's favourites, and I've worn it pretty much every day this year as well, so really good product. I'm actually considering buying the palette in future if I ever run out of this. There is definitely a dint, but you don't need very much. So now on to eyes. So my base, or my eyelid primer of the year, has been the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I've worn this today for my eye primer. It's really nice and it is nice flesh tone. It doesn't always work for me. Sometimes I use one of the other eyelid primers, but generally this is a really good everyday eyelid primer. If you're just doing a basic eye or anything else, it holds everything in place no matter what you're doing. Really like it, would recommend it. I have used this for a large portion of the year and there's still loads left, and it's still creamy as well. It is starting to dry out a wee bit, so it may die soon, but it's still fine for now. and I have 2 eyeshadow palettes. So I have kind of kept it to almost 10 for the makeup products, but I may have gone to 11. Anyway, this palette, it's the Sephora palette, and it's the Primal Instincts palette. I've mentioned this before. I absolutely love it. Such a good range of colours. I'm wearing it today. I've just gone in with this colour all over my lid and then blended it out in my crease. It's so easy to do. Looks like that, just quick and simple out the door. So if you're in a hurry, this is a great palette, or you can actually do some really smoky things. You've got 2 matte shades here and a matte cream shade in the colour in the corner, and all the colours are shimmery aside from that. So have been loving this palette. I got this in the swap with Rebecca lately and have fallen in love with it. They're so easy to work with. They're so soft and creamy and so easy to blend out and everything. Love this palette. I think it may have been limited edition. I apologise. But next is from Urban Decay. This is not limited edition. It's the Basics palette. This is just an epic palette. No matter what you need to do, this is a fantastic palette for crease colours, for blending out, for highlight, for liner. You use this with pretty much every eyeshadow look I do. I haven't today because I've only done a 1 colour lid look because I'm feeling a bit meh, so I kept it quite simple today. But this is such a good palette. It comes with me everywhere I go. You know, if we go travelling or anything, this always comes with me, so I can, you know, you've got day looks and then you can pair it with other things to do something more dramatic. Great palette. Now, lips. I don't have any blushes this year that have really wowed me. I have had some lovely blushes, but none that have really stood out as I drop the lipsticks. But I have had a few lipsticks. From Dior, it's the Dior Addict lipstick in 571, which is Windrose. No, I really like this. It's maybe not one I'm wearing at the minute, but I wore this so much in the summer months. It is such a lovely colour. Nice soft pink, and it looked really nice on my lips, and it's nice and soft and kept my lips soft. Didn't dry them out, and just added a nice hint of a tint without being too over the top, so it was nice for just pared down days. So I did wear this an awful lot this year and like it so much that I actually bought another one of these lipsticks. Really like the formula. So there's that. Excuse me. From Bar M, I have this lipstick. It's a colour changing lipstick, and it makes such a nice colour on my lips. It's not going to make the same colour at all on my hand. It's just going to be kind of a clear gloss that's changing colour. It is a lovely My Lips But Better kind of colour, and again another one to wear every day, and I wore this a lot this year. I did actually find myself reaching for it. You know, I'd wear it a couple of times a month sort of thing, so I'd go through phases of wearing it a lot and then not wear it, but really enjoy it. It is changing colour on my hand, but would recommend checking it out. It's a really good bargain buy. And another lipstick product. Most of my lipstick products have been high end, but they're really good products. From NARS, it's the Satin Lip Pencil, and I have worn this so much since I've got it, and I still can't pronounce it. So that is the name of it. You can see at the top. I will link everything down below as I always do. I absolutely love this. That's it there. Another great everyday wear, and it's nice on the lips, so creamy and so soft, and it just adds a nice sheer colour. You can build it up a wee bit, not very much, but it's just a really good lip product. Definitely recommend it. A makeup item that I don't actually have but I adore, and you all know about it, is the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Mascara, and I have finally thrown out the one that I had because I've had it a wee bit too long. And it was starting to go slightly funny, so it's gone unfortunately, so I don't have one to show you. I absolutely love that mascara. It's really good for layering up over other mascaras. It's such a good budget mascara. Adore it. Good by itself, good layered up. You can layer it over other mascaras, as I said, and it just doesn't really fall down on me. Towards the end of it, when I was getting a wee bit older, it did start to fall down a wee bit, but generally it's pretty safe to wear on my lower lashes as well, so recommend that mascara. Now for skincare that has stood out this year. First, I have this moisturiser. It's the Avene Skin Recovery Calming Formula. There are 2 versions. There's a really thick one and then this one, which is just a really good daytime moisturiser. Absolutely adore this because I have gone back to it time and again. So I've tried other things and they haven't quite worked out for me, and I've gone back to this and things have just gradually calmed down. It is just a really good everyday moisturiser. It doesn't work miracles, you know, but it is I don't know, it works well for my skin. It is for sensitive skin, so sensitive and irritated skin, so it just helps to calm everything down relatively quickly and just settle things nicely. And it works well with most other skincare, you know, for cleansers and stuff. I have 2 masks. Well, I have a sample of a mask. I have done a review on this. I did actually have a little pot of this. It's the Youth Mud Glam Glow. I actually used this last night because my skin is not happy. Really, really like this mask. Honestly, just, it reminded me last night when I used it. I left it on. I left it on a wee bit longer than you recommended. It was definitely very, very dry when I took it off. But it left my skin feeling so soft and the texture just so much better. It didn't really help reduce the blemishes that I have as quickly as I would like, but it did help a bit. And as I said, it really evened out the texture of my skin and left it incredibly soft. I did use a moisturising mask after this because, as I said, I left this on for quite some time, so a nice moisturising mask afterwards just helped everything at the end. But would recommend this. I have done a post about this actually, whether you know about the fuss or not, but it is really worth the hype. Really recommend it. Go and check it out. I will be purchasing this at some point in the future when I've used up more of my masks. And another mask, it's in a little pouch. It's from Lizard. And it's the Deep Cleansing Mask, and this has got green clay, manuka honey, propolis and rose scented geranium, so it purifies and regulates oiliness. I got this in a little set, so it's got this little pouch and it comes with these 2 sponges. They are stiff and then you dampen them and they become soft, but use this to remove the mask. This is really good for helping to settle down my skin. It's actually almost empty. I have so many face masks, and considering I have quite a few, this one's almost empty. I've enjoyed it so much. It just helps settle everything down really nicely. And if I'm using face masks on a regular basis, this is great for just on an on a weekly basis. This is really, really nice. I do tend to use a different one maybe midweek if I remember, just as a wee freshener, but this is generally, if I have only one mask to use during the week, it is this one. I'm so sorry I can't talk. It's this cold thing, I just can't breathe and talk at the same time. But this has been a standout product for the year, along with these little sponges. Leaves my skin really soft, gives it a really good clean, settles everything down really nicely, and I like that it's in a little pouch. Makes me happy. I think you can buy it separately without the little sponges, but I had none of the sponges, so I bought this. And another skincare item I wanted to mention are the sheet masks from Montagne Juicy. I can't even pronounce it, but you're bound to have seen it in my empties at some point. I use them on a regular basis. Really good, really budget friendly. They're like £1 to £2, something like that, and they're really good sheet masks. There are different versions. Again, I will try and find one of my empties videos where I've mentioned it, but I will link that down below, and you can see they're just really, really good, and they're so cheap and they're so nice just to use on your face, and they're a great budget, and they're so handy to pop in your bag if you're going away for the weekend and you know you're going to get a chance to have a nice lie in the bath and have a mask. Recommend bringing them. Really nice treat. But yes, that is it. That is it for my yearly favourites. I'm sorry I don't sound particularly well. I am on the mend, I promise. It sounds worse than it is, I think. I've really enjoyed watching everybody else's yearly favourites going up and checking out some more products in future. I'm on a bit of a spending ban or something of that sort. You'll find out in one of the other videos. So I won't be buying anything new for a wee while, but I've really enjoyed watching the videos and definitely put together some wish lists. If only I could talk. Anyway, hope you're having a great start to the new year, and thank you very, very much for watching. Please like if you liked, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.